So recently on their channel, Architectural Digest published this video, where 3 interior designers took the task of redesigning this kitchen. So I took it upon myself to redesign this space in the eyes of a kitchen designer to see what the outcome would be. And at the same time, go through all the different areas of this kitchen and how I made it functional and what I would have done if given this same task. So here's a look at the original kitchen that they're redesigning. This is a very nice starting point for any kitchen, and really if you walked into a home like this to maybe purchase this house, you probably wouldn't do anything to this kitchen necessarily. The fridge and range is a little bit cramped, and I'm not a huge fan of the OTR, obviously. Undermount sink, dishwasher, pretty run-of-the-mill stuff. Looks like there's a regular corner base. I'm sure there's probably a Lazy Susan in there, and a 45-degree corner wall cabinet. So I mean, this is a pretty standard run-of-the-mill kitchen. I think we can do a little bit better. Let's look at the first design from these interior designers. This one here. I'll tell you what I love about this kitchen and what I don't so much love about this kitchen. Though if you look at it, it absolutely looks beautiful and very functional, although we can't see the whole kitchen. That's one of the things I wish they had done, was show us more of the actual kitchen cabinets and how they laid this out to be a functional kitchen, but they didn't. So I'm gonna break this down from what I can see and share you my thoughts. This designer changed the location of the range. You can see they've added some open shelves. You can see they added an apron sink, and they have a beautiful waterfall edge on that island, which I think is really nice. Fridge is in a similar location as the original, and it is paneled by the looks of this, which looks quite nice. I like the color that they chose and how it ties into the range hood. Now the location of the range in relation to the corner to me seems a little bit tight, and it creates this kind of nook that's not that accessible overall, and the cabinets above that don't seem to be that accessible. Now again, I can't tell what's there for drawers or anything like that, but I'm sure the island has lots of drawer space in it. But just from a visual standpoint, I mean, it looks amazing. You can tell these people are interior designers, because when you see mine, it's not gonna look like this. This looks really nice. Now let's cleanse our palate. We'll look at the original kitchen again. And here is the second designer's kitchen. Have a look at this. So this is a totally different take, in my opinion, in terms of overall function. Again, we can't really see that corner, but I'm guessing there's a corner cabinet there. And I'm not a huge fan of these types of cabinets that have a drawer on top and 2 doors underneath. Hopefully there's pullouts in there, but you could have just had a drawer bank. It would have been probably a little better. Looks like the dishwasher is paneled to match the cabinetry. Beautiful color on the range. Beautiful white fridge, which is definitely becoming more and more trendy, and a white range hood to boot. Now, I'm not a super fan of the island in this particular design. I just think that there could have been more cabinetry, but I'm thinking about it in terms of just pure function and not artistically at all. So artistically speaking, this is probably the right island for this space. However, in terms of just overall function, having an island that you can store things in and making it a little more multifunctional would be probably better. We have, again, open shelves, which I know many of you are like, why do we have open shelves? But there they are. This designer has them as well. And the cabinet in the corner. Corners are just difficult to deal with no matter which way you do them. The door opens out against your face and the other door opens, but it's really hard to access. Generally speaking though, this is a very nice kitchen. It looks nice. Again, that island for me just doesn't do it. But moving on to the third designer. Again, we'll look at the original kitchen and then the third designer. Bam! Look at this. This looks like some amazing Mediterranean lounge somewhere. It's really an inviting space. Now they really went all out, changed the ceilings, changed totally the way they did the windows. But let's look at this kitchen in terms of function. I like how they did the wall with the wall oven and the paneled fridge. There's no nook, there's no space to get lost in. They brought all the cabinets out from that. There's a sink and there'd be a range top in there somewhere. They have one ledge that goes the entire run under the windows, which essentially is an open shelf. And the island is really, really beautiful. I don't know, again, what the cabinetry is in the island, but I assume there would be some extra storage in that space. All the designs were really great and they did an awesome job. So this is my design. I'm going to walk you through this kitchen and show you the areas of this space and talk about a little bit what my thought process was as I designed this kitchen. And you'll see right off the bat that I changed the location of the range. I left the fridge in a similar location, and I changed the windows up completely, and I changed the location of the sink. Here's a different angle. I changed the windows to be on either side of the range just to open up that space, lots of countertop. There's no wall cabinets on that, so it's really nice and open. There's no need for wall cabinets there because you have these large windows. You have a lot of light coming in. Put in a 36-inch gas range and a bigger range hood, you know, to give that celebrity vibe. I don't have any open shelves, and there's no pot filler in this one. 2 big drawer banks and 2 narrower pull-out cabinets. You could do lots of things with these pull-outs. So you can get these really fantastic pull-out cutlery bins. You can get knife blocks built into them. There's a lot of different accessories you can get into built-in units like this. Also a great space for a pull-out tray divider. I blocked off the corner completely so that you just have a filler and it's a dead space. You can't access it, forget about it, forget it exists. It doesn't even matter. Now the fridge wall is what I'm really excited about in terms of functionality, because when you look at this space, there's a few things that are really important. One, you have your pantry unit, which is going to have all pullouts inside of it for easy access. Then you have your fridge. You could choose to have that paneled if you want. Above your fridge is a vertical lift cabinet. I'm going to show you what's inside that in a minute. Then you have some landing area. You have other cabinetry there in the base. One of them is a garbage pullout. And then you have these 2 run-of-the-mill cabinets, but there's something special about them as well to help them be a little more functional. And you have another drawer bank. Here's a look at those cabinets specifically. And we all know that above the fridge is difficult to access. Things get lost up there. It's hard to reach because it's so high up. It's so deep. So this particular unit is designed to be over an appliance. So it comes out, pulls down, so you have complete access to whatever you store in that cabinet. Next to that, we have wall cabinets. Now, the first wall cabinet just has a shelf on the bottom because it's easiest to access, but above that, we have another wall pull-down unit. These wall pull-down units are very versatile, very accessible. If you can have them, why not put them in? Next to that, we have the most hard to reach cabinet in this entire kitchen because it's in the corner and the door opens against your face, and the top shelf in this particular unit is going to be forget about it. What makes this particular cabinet functional is you have the lower pull-out unit that has tons of storage that pulls down right to the countertop, making it very accessible for anybody to reach in and pull out and have access to whatever's in that cabinet. On the base, we have drawer bank, but we also have a pull-out garbage or recycle bin so you can get rid of all your garbage and recycle stuff. All right, let's look at the island real quick. Nothing super special other than I put the sink in the island, and yes, I did go with a nice big farm sink because that's the celebrity thing to do, and a paneled dishwasher to the right of that with a drawer bank to the left. It's a pretty functional island, lots of counter space with seating on the back, and there's storage on the back as well. Here's an overhead of this kitchen so you can see all the walking space that you have. I kept more than 42 inches in this kitchen all the way around, so there's ample room for more than one person to use this kitchen and be in this kitchen functionally. Again, here's the original kitchen and the 4 redesigns from 3 interior designers and 1 kitchen designer. If you're planning on renovating your kitchen anytime soon and would like to work with me to design that kitchen, check the link in the description below. Check out this video on the screen to learn all about how to make your kitchen as functional as possible.